Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. Liam's appeal for Hope in Carter's worst nightmare, Steffy torn. According to spoilers for the upcoming 2 weeks of May 12th to 23rd on The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy Forrester is torn while Carter Walton will experience his greatest nightmare. There will be a lot going on the CBS soap opera since Liam Spencer will also be pleading with Hope Logan. Liam and Bill Spencer will experience intense emotions throughout the week of May 12th to 16th as they work to mend their damaged relationship. After their confrontation at the Spencer estate, Liam will apologize to Bill, but he will not reveal his fatal illness. Consequently, Bill will continue to believe that Liam has a long life ahead of him and will anticipate that his son will lead Spencer Publications into the future. When Hope calls Liam to talk about her regrets, Liam's heart will ache once more. Hope will eventually tell Liam that she is sick of wasting time and wants to concentrate on starting a new chapter in their relationship. Hope refuses to tell Liam about her chat with Steffy, who disclosed his impending death behind Liam's back. But given how Hope's conduct is abruptly altering, Liam might start to suspect something. In any case, when Carter hears Hope promise Liam her future, he will be an eavesdropper and experience his worst nightmare. Daphne Rose hopes that this would wake Carter up and persuade him to move on with her. Steffy will have to cope with additional Luna turmoil at the Cliff home while Daphne attacks Carter after he delivers a devastating blow. John Finnegan was surprised by Luna there, but he would stand with Steffy against Luna and her unexpected presence. Steffy will discuss what she did with Finn and Taylor Hayes after Luna is expelled and everything has subsided. Apparently, Taylor will be informed about Liam's brain tumor and Steffy's recent blabbering to Hope. Naturally, Steffy's decision to inform Hope what was happening in defiance of Liam will have the full support of Finn and Taylor. Hope was entitled to know since she was Beth Spencer's mother. However, according to BNB spoilers, Steffy will feel conflicted about removing Liam's authority in this area. Despite Hope's efforts to focus on Liam and make the most of their remaining time together, he will make a strong case for her to return to Carter romantically. After he leaves, Liam will believe that Hope and Carter can still have a happy life together. If Finn doesn't live long enough to assist Hope and Steffy in making amends, Liam will eventually even pressure him to do so. Because of Liam's hospitalization, Steffy and Hope will already exhibit symptoms of a better relationship during the week of May 19th to 23rd. Soon, Steffy will arrange for Hope to return to Forrester Creations and, presumably, bring Hope for the future back to life. Although Hope's job is expected to improve, what about her personal life? Hope might realize that Liam has already moved on with Daphne just when she's ready to follow his advice and get back together with Carter. Hope might have to deal with a devastating blow of her own since it's easy to picture her interrupting Carter and Daphne when they are having a passionate moment together. Hope will eventually need someone to confide in, so will she tell Brooke Logan about Liam's brain tumor and provide updates on her tumultuous romantic life? According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, there will be some surprises and upheavals over the next 2 weeks, so tune in. As Hope selects Liam, Daphne attacks heartbroken Carter. The bold move to seize Carter when he's at his lowest is Daphne's ideal timing. Strike when the iron is hot, or, in Daphne Rose's case, when a man's heart is broken into a million small pieces, is what soap villains are known for. We'll see what may be the most cunning romantic move in recent BNB history next week on The Bold and the Beautiful. And believe me, over the years, I have witnessed such schemes. The worst nightmare Carter has realized. What's happening is that Carter Walton is about to have his heart utterly destroyed when he hears Hope Logan promising Liam Spencer her future. Carter, poor guy. In terms of romanticism, the male is unable to find a break. Hope slipping through his fingers just when he believed they might have a chance, after Quinn and the debacle with Katie. The worst part is that when Hope tells Liam she wants to concentrate on another chapter in their relationship, she is unaware that Carter is listening in. Furthermore, Carter is completely unaware that Liam's brain tumor is deadly. What a terrible misunderstanding. My sources tell me that Lawrence St. Victor gives a heartbreaking performance in the scene, which is supposedly scheduled to air in the middle of the week. People, you'll need tissues. Many tissues. Daphne swoops in like a cold-blooded designer. Guess who's there, ready with emotional glue and blunt recommendations that they should be together, while Carter is still trying to pick up the pieces of his broken heart. The answer is Daphne Rose. Since she first appeared on canvas, I have been keeping an eye on Daphne, and I can assure you that she has impeccable timing. She is there to comfort him with those well-timed touches and poignant looks as the second Carter's world falls apart. My sources tell me that she will urge him to move on. I hope she made her decision. However, I'm right here. Does anyone else sense opportunism lingering in the air like a strong perfume, or is it just me? However, what are Daphne's actual goals? This is where the delicious stuff happens. What is Daphne's endgame exactly? Remember, Daphne didn't just show up in LA at random. Longtime watchers are aware that anything associated with Steffy Forrester typically portends difficulties for any Logan woman's happiness, and she arrived with connections to the actress. Daphne's pursuit of Carter may be more strategic than amorous, according to a number of unnamed insiders. Is this all part of a larger scheme to permanently sour relations between Carter and Hope, or is she actually falling for the attractive COO? You're never entirely sure if Daphne's sincere comfort is real or if she's performing an internal victory dance, since Muriel Hilaire plays these scenes with just enough uncertainty. There is no doubt that Carter and Daphne have chemistry that is off the charts. Whether it stems from genuine affection or manipulation, these two are going to blow your minds. The funniest turn of all. Here's where the B&B authors are really showing off their prowess. Liam is actually urging Hope to pursue a future with Carter when he leaves, even as Daphne is persuading Carter to move on from Hope. Yes, Liam is attempting to push Hope back toward Carter at the exact same time as Carter is being pulled away from Hope. According to next week's spoilers, Liam will make a sincere plea to lead Hope back toward Carter romantically, even as she tries to concentrate on spending the time they have left together. Liam sincerely thinks that after he leaves, Hope and Carter will be able to live happily ever after. The irony of tragedy is delicious. Carter might have already landed in Daphne's arms by the time Hope ultimately heeds Liam's counsel. The fans are already split. This plotline has the B&B fandom completely giddy. Many viewers believe Carter deserves someone who prioritizes him for once, and Team Darter, that's Daphne plus Carter for those who aren't familiar with their soap couple nicknames, is already taking shape. One admirer said on Twitter yesterday, perhaps Carter needs someone who genuinely wants him after years of being everyone's second choice. Daphne's unexpected interest in Carter is not being accepted by others. Another viewer commented, it's clear that she's using him to advance at Forrester. No one ever falls in love that easily. I've been watching this show for more than 20 years, and I can't remember the last time a prospective couple sparked such a contentious discussion before they had even kissed. The future will astonish everyone. What can we anticipate in the upcoming weeks, then? In my opinion, Carter will first turn down Daphne's advances because he still harbors thoughts of making amends with Hope. However, Daphne's perseverance will eventually weaken his defenses. Hope will enter the scene, freshly enlightened by Liam's counsel and prepared to give Carter another chance, just as Carter and Daphne are about to hit a turning point in their relationship, possibly even their first truly passionate kiss. Hope's expression at seeing them together? It's sure to be Emmy-worthy content for Annika Noel. However, this is the crucial concern that is keeping me up at night. Will Daphne's feelings for Carter develop into anything more? Or is she simply pursuing a long-term goal that we haven't even yet uncovered? The villains who begin to believe their own lies are always the most compelling. Despite the fact that it wasn't her first aim, might Daphne truly fall in love with Carter? There's no denying that you won't want to miss the shows next week. Stock up on tissues and wine, charge your DVR, and clear your schedule. It's almost time for the emotional roller coaster to depart the station. What are your thoughts? Is Daphne being opportunistic or sincere? Is Carter deserving of more than Hope's backup plan? Share your predictions with me in the comments section. Hope decides to spend Liam's last days with Carter, leaving Carter devastated. As Liam's terminal diagnosis forces a heartbreaking decision, Hope crushes Carter. Life throws the biggest curveball just when you thought Carter Walton and Hope Logan would get back on their feet after the entire company takeover disaster. Any hope of Hope and Carter reconciling has been utterly destroyed by Liam Spencer's terrible terminal diagnosis. According to what I've been told, Carter is utterly devastated. I hope everyone turns their attention to Liam's last days. To be honest, Hope and Carter's relationship was already in shambles when he took the side of the Forresters during that entire business scandal. Recall how Hope was sacked and lost her fashion line after Carter returned the company to the Forresters, leaving her feeling completely deceived. It was still a new wound. Very new. However, everything changed when Liam was given a terminal prognosis, just as Carter was making progress in his last-ditch efforts to regain Hope's faith. Hope experienced a sudden change in herself after Steffi Forrester informed her of Liam's incurable brain tumor. And I don't hold her at all responsible. Falling on deaf ears, Carter's pleas. Carter, poor guy. According to my insiders, he has been pleading with Hope for another opportunity and telling her how much she means to him. But Hope has already made up her mind. Making sure that young Beth gets to spend time with her father in his last days has become her top priority. And truthfully? Wouldn't any mother make the same decision? One said insider told me exclusively that Carter's cries could as well be whispers in a hurricane. Hope is currently hardly able to concentrate on anything but Liam and Beth. It seems as though she no longer sees Carter. The business dispute that gave rise to it all. Remember that after Carter betrayed Hope during the drama of the Forrester takeover, this romance was already on life support. Hope lost everything when Carter gave Ridge and the Forresters back control of the business in March. She lost her fashion line, her job, and her faith in the guy she was falling for. Go have fun with your brother Ridge and your chosen family, and leave me alone. Those iconic words still reverberate. A crisis-united family. According to production-related sources, Hope's commitment to Liam during this terrible period has been nothing short of remarkable. Hope has set everything aside to provide a nurturing atmosphere for Liam and Beth, despite their difficult background and all of those love triangles with Steffi. They've been filming some really heartbreaking scenes, my source revealed. During takes, even the crew has been having trouble staying composed. Heartbroken Carter, what's next? What does this mean for our eternally unlucky in love Carter, given that Hope is adamant about spending Liam's last days with his family? Let's be honest, this man is incapable of finding love. Hope slipping through his fingers after Maya, Zoe, Quinn, and a brief affair, followed by that tumultuous affair with Quinn. Is the man cursed? According to some admirers, Carter may be pushed back into career success by this tragedy, doubling down on his role as COO at Forrester Creations. Others speculate that another Logan sister might be lurking in the background. The emotional outburst persists. One thing is quite evident, everyone's lives are just starting to be affected by the emotional tsunami that Liam's diagnosis caused. Carter is now collateral damage as a result of Hope's decision to concentrate only on Liam and Beth during this terrible moment. Will Carter ultimately come to terms with Hope's choice and move on? Or will he keep battling for the woman he loves in the hopes that, after everything is said and done, she will once more make room in her heart for him? All I can be certain of is that as this heartbreaking tale progresses, tears are streaming both on and off screen. Fans of soap operas, stay tuned, this emotional roller coaster is only beginning. Hope's belief in Carter's scheme, a significant development in Los Angeles. Once again, a high-stakes drama involving two of Los Angeles's most captivating characters, Hope and Carter, takes place in the city famed for its glamour, and unrelenting drama. Audiences have been riveted by their entwined destinies, with everyone on the edge of their seats, curious to learn the truth about Carter's plan and Hope's conviction. The streets of Los Angeles are alive with whispered secrets, covert meetings, and the constant fear of betrayal as tensions increase and allegiances are put to the test. Hope's conviction, a contentious and mysterious judicial fight, has become the buzz of the town. Hope, a strong and resilient woman, is at the center of a controversy that has the potential to make or ruin her. She maintains her innocence despite being accused of a crime she claims she didn't commit, but the evidence against her is growing. Was she set up by a strong foe, or is she concealing a more sinister reality? While her critics hone their weapons in anticipation of her downfall, her fans rally behind her, confident that justice will be served. Every testimony might tip the scales in the courtroom, turning it into a battlefield. Will her conviction be the end of her story, or will she come out stronger than before? Carter's plan, a painstakingly constructed strategy that has the potential to completely alter the game, is developing in the background. Being a skilled tactician who is known for always being 3 steps ahead, Carter has his own motivations for closely monitoring Hope's trial. Is he working behind the scenes to clear her name as her covert ally? Or does he have a darker plan, taking advantage of her bad luck to achieve his own goals? His relationships are fluid and his maneuvers are precise. One mistake might blow everything up in his face. Those closest to him start to wonder where his true allegiances lie as rumors of his involvement circulate. As these two stories clash, the drama intensifies. Every moment heightens the tension, whether it's a fortuitous meeting at a high society ball, a mysterious note left on a burner phone, or an abrupt disappearance. Friends turn into suspects, adversaries expose hidden depths, and Hope and Carter's decisions have repercussions that affect everyone. As underground factions vie for control, the media revels in the show, transforming private suffering into a public spectacle. There are still unanswered concerns as the time runs out. Will Hope's conviction be reversed, or will she be held accountable for acts she maintains she did not commit? And what is Carter's ultimate goal? Is he the villain in waiting or the hero Los Angeles needs? As Hope's conviction and Carter's plan come to a startling culmination, watch for the thrilling turns and turns. The only thing that is certain in a city where everything is not as it seems is that people's lives will be altered forever. When the dust settles, who will stand, who will fall, and who will rise? The stakes are higher than ever in this game of power, love, and retribution, and Los Angeles waits anxiously. Hope's whole world was upended by Steffi, a story of heartbreak, betrayal, and revealing truths. Though it had always been a city of dreams, Hope Logan now saw Los Angeles as a nightmare. Her marriage, her family, and her sense of self had all been destroyed in a single, crushing blow, and the person to blame was Steffi Forrester, whom she had once thought of as family. Hope was left gasping for oxygen in a world that no longer made sense, and the betrayal went deeper than any knife. She had it all at one point, a devoted husband, a successful career, and a bright future. The next day, Steffi's vicious deeds had destroyed everything, turning it all to ashes. Everyone was wondering how Steffi was able to accomplish this. More significantly, would Hope ever get better? One secret, which Steffi had carefully and calculatingly protected, was the starting point for the unraveling. It was more than just an affair, it was a meticulously planned lie intended to gradually destroy Hope's happiness. Hope's child's father, Liam, whom she had loved unconditionally, had been drawn back into Steffi's sphere of influence, and this time, there was no turning back. Hope had refused to believe the symptoms, which included the sudden business meetings, the lingering stares, and the way Liam had become aloof. She had endured too many hardships and battled too hard for their love to believe that Steffi, of all people, would be the one to ruin it. However, Steffi had always been a force to be reckoned with, a woman who took what she wanted regardless of the repercussions. She had taken everything this time. There would inevitably be a conflict. Normally calm and elegant, Hope had burst into Steffi's house with a voice that was shaking with anguish and anger. With tears in her eyes, she had shouted, "How could you?" Steffi's response had been icy and disinterested, as though she had practiced this moment 1,000 times. "After everything we've been through, after all the times I trusted you, how could you do this to me?" The words had hit Hope like a physical blow, leaving her speechless. "This isn't about you, Hope. It's about what Liam wants. And he wants me." Was everything a lie? Was she merely a stand-in until Steffi was prepared to take him back, or had Liam ever really loved her? The uncertainty was terrible, a poison that permeated every memory and every loving moment they had spent together. However, Steffi's brutality didn't end there. She paraded Liam around Los Angeles in the days that followed, celebrating their love story as though it were a triumph. The headlines ridiculed Hope, further twisting the wound. Steffi and Liam reunited, a Forrester Fulton love story for the ages, the media, always thirsty for scandal, devoured. Speculation erupted on social media, with some portraying her as the disgraced wife who had alienated Liam and others pitying her as the unsophisticated woman who could never compete with Steffi's charm. Liam's own quiet was the worst of all. No regrets, no justifications, just a silent withdrawal into Steffi's world, as though Hope had never been there. The consequences were disastrous. Hope's inability to concentrate caused her designs to lack the fire that once characterized them, which hurt her job at Forrester Creations. Ridge, divided between his daughter and his stepdaughter, gave weak platitudes about time healing all wounds. Hope, on the other hand, didn't want time. Brooke was enraged and prepared to fight Steffi. She sought clarification. Justice was what she desired. And as the days went by, a fresh feeling, rage, started to pierce the numbness. Because Liam wasn't the only one involved. Power was at issue here. Hope was viewed by Steffi as an outsider who didn't belong in the Forrester dynasty, and Steffi had always harbored resentment for her. Not only did she crush Hope's heart by removing Liam, but she also conveyed a message: you will never be one of us. And it was an error. For Hope, Logan was more than a victim. She fought. And Steffi had misjudged her if she believed she would creep away in defeat. There were rumors that Hope was looking into Steffi's history to find anything that would reveal who she really was. Hushed chats revealed rumors of long-buried secrets, crooked business dealings, and secret affairs. Was Hope preparing to exact revenge? And how far would she go if she did? In the meantime, Liam, who appeared happy about his reunion with Steffi, started to exhibit signs of weakness. Was he genuinely content, or was he simply caught up in the same pattern that had always characterized him, being divided between two women and never committing himself totally to either? One thing became evident as the tension escalated: this fight was far from done. Even though Steffi had destroyed Hope's world, a new Hope was rising from the ruins, one who was sick of being the victim. There had been plenty of drama in Los Angeles, but nothing like what was about to happen. Because nobody is safe when a woman who has nothing left to lose chooses to fight back. Liam is counseled by Luna, who ambushes Finn, Steffi, and Hope. Is at last here. Luna Nozawa ambushes John Finnegan in today's episode. In the meantime, Hope Logan and Steffi Forrester Finnegan embrace over Liam Spencer's diagnosis. Hope Logan's finding. At Brooke Logan's residence, Hope seemed to be living in denial. Steffi reiterates Liam's impending death. They both had kids with him, so this is terrible. Hope begins to cry, but she doesn't think it's real. Steffi interrupts Hope as she tries to phone Liam. Hope is unsure of what inquiries to pose. She is encouraged by Steffi to confront this together. According to Steffi, she learned about it at the same time as Liam. She had just discovered Liam unconscious and dialed 911, so it was arbitrary. Liam asked that they keep it to themselves, and the doctors believed it to be a brain damage. When the neurologists discovered the lump, they believed Liam was getting better. Steffi continues. Hope is interested in treatment information. According to Steffi, the tumor cannot be removed. Hope is shocked that no one has spoken to her about this for weeks. Liam doesn't want anyone to know, Steffi informs her. He does not wish to shatter the hearts of Beth and Kelly Spencer. Steffi points out that although she deserved to know, Liam made her swear not to tell Hope. Liam and all that makes him unique are discussed by both women. Hope is grateful to Steffi for being honest with her. It dawns on Hope that Liam was attempting to bid her farewell. How will they inform the girls? Steffi reaches out to give Hope a hug as she sobs. Liam Spencer gave advice. Finn and Liam discuss the tumor at the Cliff home. Liam still has a lot of things he wants to accomplish and feels well most of the time. Finn warns him against going overboard. Liam gets to his feet but almost topples over. Liam admits that he has been experiencing episodes of vertigo. All Liam wants is to spend more time with his children. Finn assures him that they are making every effort to extend his stay. But individuals require time to get ready and bid farewell. Has he considered informing Wyatt Spencer, Hope, or Bill Spencer? Liam claims that he needs to spend more time with his kids. Finn claims that if the daughters are taken by surprise when their father passes away, they won't be alright. Liam is upset that this is beyond his control. He still wishes to keep it a secret. Liam texts his father later. Nozawa Luna's ambush. Luna slips in to visit her grandmother at Il Giardino. The only thing Luna desires is a relationship with Finn. She must find a role in her dad's life. Sheila and Luna become close because of their similarities. Sheila believes Luna is maturing. Luna is angry that no one is paying attention to her. She remains a monster in Steffi's eyes. Finn will always be on Steffi's side, Sheila assures her. Always. Luna makes the decision to take action. Later, Luna surprises Finn by walking into the Cliff home. Luna is already aware of Steffi's absence. Finn claims to be busy, but Luna brings up their shared ancestry. Luna misses and adores her father. He is urged by Luna not to abandon his young daughter.